Hello, this is Robert with TrxSys here to talk about why we are not using blockchain. So there are two versions of blockchain. There's private blockchain and there's public blockchain. Public blockchain is like Ethereum or Bitcoin, and there's all sorts of public blockchains that are out there. So we're going to focus on public blockchain very briefly. But first, what should one expect from blockchain? If you're looking at blockchain for like your project, or you're just somebody that is interested in exploring blockchain, what is it really used for? Well, the primary purpose of blockchain is not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is like a use case that runs on top of blockchain. It is really a data platform that is used to reinforce data integrity. So data integrity means that a record of data is written in such a manner that whatever interested party there is can inspect that data and be assured that that data has not changed, cannot change, and ends up becoming like universally trusted. So what is I mentioned about an interested party? What is an interested party? Well, within the world of data, an interested party would be somebody that has a need to rely upon that data, who has a reason to use that data, and is concerned about making sure that that data has not changed, that it's immutable. And so we have an interested party. On the flip side of interested party is somebody that should not have access to that data, that should not be permissioned to view that data. But bottom line, it is data integrity that we're trying to establish with blockchain. So the scope of blockchain, therefore, is having uncontestable data. Data record is written and it cannot be argued as to whether it has been manipulated or changed in some manner. That we, as consumers of that data or have an interest in that data, can rely on the fact that that data has not changed. So why are blockchain platforms not being used? Well, really, they're not being used for really anything. Cryptocurrency as a use case on top of blockchain does not count because that is a speculative practice, and in a future video I will address my views on cryptocurrency. But blockchain has not found broad adoption, even really hasn't found any adoption because of the lack of privacy with blockchain and the lack of anonymity as one of those. And what I mean by that is, there's lots of discussion in the media that, with blockchain, there is no identity. Nobody can figure out who you are. But that's not the case because there's all sorts of what we call data leakage that occurs with blockchain, where although you're using like a long numeric address or alphanumeric address to represent who you are, and your name is never associated with blockchain records, still that information, if it were to be broadly used, that information could be stitched together and analytic methods could be applied that would allow, somebody that you don't want to be able to identify you and your association with those data records. The other issue is with public blockchain is with poor performance. And poor performance is a result of the consensus methods that are used, how blocks are constructed, in that a block represents a batch of transactions, and transactions trickle into that block. Once that block fills up, then that block will be processed after a certain amount of time. And the other part of it is in conjunction with consensus, is the whole distributed ledger part of blockchain, where data has to be replicated across a multitude of nodes, and that further drives poor performance of the platform. So as far as real-world use cases of blockchain, well, we already discussed lack of privacy, lack of anonymity. We discussed that there is really just terrible performance with the blockchain platforms. And the final one is what I would call lack of clear governance. Some may feel, going back to like the Satoshi Nakamoto white paper, that there should be no governance with blockchain. But the reality of the matter is that there is governance in the way of a sort of shadow governance of the developers and the mining organizations that drive consensus, such that there's nobody that is really held accountable, but the system is not organically decentralized. The blockchain systems do have governance, but because it is not disclosed, I would characterize it as a shadow governance. And that is an issue as far as blockchain being adopted. As long as the governance model is not clearly put out there and described, then companies and individuals will be hesitant to adopt that technology, regardless of the benefit that comes about from having uncontestable data, which is a benefit of blockchain. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. This is Robert with TrxSys. Have a great day.